One sunny morning, a farmer named Thomas was working in his fields when he suddenly froze. There, slithering through the tall grass, was the largest snake he had ever seen. Its scales gleamed in the sunlight, and its eyes seemed to pierce through him. Terrified, Thomas dropped his tools and ran back to the village, shouting, "A snake! A giant snake near the fields!" The news spread quickly. The villagers gathered in the square, panic written on their faces. Mothers clutched their children, and farmers worried about their livestock. "What if it comes into the village?" an old man asked, his voice trembling. "It will eat our animals," another shouted. Everyone was scared, but no one knew what to do. The snake had hidden in the tall grass near the fields, and its presence felt like a looming shadow over the village. After hours of debating and fear, a young man named Ben stepped forward. He was known for his courage, but also for his calm thinking. "We cannot let this snake control our lives," he said firmly. "If we don't act now, it will strike when we least expect it. We must face it together." Ben gathered a group of brave villagers. Armed with sticks, sickles, and farming tools, they headed toward the fields as the rest of the villagers watched from a distance. The air was thick with tension. When they reached the tall grass, the snake appeared, raising its massive head and hissing loudly. It was a terrifying sight. Some of the men hesitated, their courage faltering. "Stay strong," Ben shouted. "Together we can do this." The men surrounded the snake, working as a team. The snake lashed out, its movements fast and deadly, but the villagers stood their ground. They struck with precision, driving the snake back. The battle was intense, and the shouts of the men mixed with the snake's hisses echoed across the fields. Finally, after what felt like hours, the snake fell. A loud cheer erupted from the crowd watching from the village. The villagers ran to the fields, tears of relief and joy streaming down their faces. "You've saved us!" an elderly woman cried, hugging Ben. That night, the village celebrated. Fires were lit, food was shared, and laughter filled the air. The snake was gone. But more importantly, the villagers had learned the power of courage and unity. From that day on, they told the story of how they defeated the giant snake, not as a tale of fear, but as a lesson in bravery and working together. Did this story inspire you? Like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories of courage and hope.